Hi, what's your name?
Kent Chaplin.
Ken, good to know you.
Good to know you, Chris. It's great to be here.
Good. Why don't we start off and give me a little background. Tell me about yourself.
Well, Chris, I have an eclectic background, and it's been one heck of a ride, I tell you that. National intelligence, I worked with CIA and DIA and NSA and all the alphabet soup and State Department.
Yeah.
That was an interesting time. I was on the staff of the Secretary of Defense. I was providing intelligence analysis, and it was an interesting position to start your career off at, I'll tell you that. I was been in the military for almost 30 years. Rose to the rank of colonel. I had the privilege and the honor to command troops in combat. And I also had the opportunity to supervise and manage an Air Force portfolio for the Department of Defense on military intelligence programs. This is about $100 billion in some of the most advanced technology in the world, and with an annual budget of over $8.5 billion.
Well, let me say this. Thank you for your service.
Well, you're welcome. It was great.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity of working counter-drug law enforcement while I was in the military as well. They tasked me to develop and put together and then lead a number of teams of intelligence analysts and Spanish linguists.
Okay.
That was a fantastic opportunity because I got the chance to work with local and state agencies as well as a whole host of federal government agencies. And I worked in commercial real estate right here in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the things I've been really proud of is that in all the diversity of jobs and places, I thrived in all of these. No matter what I was thrown into,
yeah,
I could enjoy it, and I went right into it.
Well, let me ask you this. What you said you thrived in these responsibilities, Ken. What attributes do you have that cause that?
A calmness under pressure, I would say an adaptability, a strong adaptability, confidence, a focused determination, and one thing, a talent I have, is that's taking the strategic plans, the strategic doctrine, as you will, and bringing it down and bringing it to life in day-to-day operations. But at the same time I'm doing that, I've been able to retain the flexibility and adaptability to change to new requirements and new resources and to the market conditions.
Well, the true attributes of a battlefield commander.
Exactly.
You got to be able to adjust and react and move on. Get the plans into practice, but be flexible. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, give me an example where that's paid off. I mean, something that comes to mind. Maybe you could share with me a success story.
Okay. I'll give you a good example. In the months leading up to the Iraqi invasion, I was sent to the United Arab Emirates as a 30-day emergency backfill for the senior intelligence officer out there. Mm-hmm. Now, as happens a lot in my career, what I wound up doing was a lot more than was in the job description. And that 30-day emergency backfill turned out to be 286 days. By the time I got back, well, by the time I left that position, I was overseeing not only all of the intelligence operations that were going on there, but all of the intelligence exchange with the Emiratis, and I was also in charge of all of the airfield operations. Now, Chris, I've never worked airfield operations. I don't know what to do with a weather station or what to do with control tower operations. But I hit the ground running, and I listened to my people, and I kept them focused, and we succeeded. We had over 700 combat missions over Iraq and Afghanistan. We operated 24/7 and without a down day. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, moving into the business sector, and I assume out of the military environment into the business sector, why would you encourage say a profit-making business, and maybe you've partly answered this already, but why would you encourage them to hire you?
Okay. These aren't ordinary times, and they call for extraordinary results and extraordinary people.
I agree.
I've never considered myself ordinary, and I've never produced ordinary results. You know, we're in the midst of a fundamental change here. You know, a change in markets, a change in resources, and there's a great deal of uncertainty here. Now, I've been thriving in that environment for years.
Yeah, I've heard the phrase used, a tectonic shift.
Exactly.
in what's going on. You know?
And that creates uncertainty, and it makes the markets very volatile at this point.
And I'll tell you what, I think it's time for the leaders to step forward, and I think you're one of them.
Thank
again,
you.
I appreciate you spending some time with me today. I really do. Thanks a lot.
Great.